Hello and welcome to the CDO Magazine interview series. I am Ricardo Crepaldi, Director of Data Enablement at BASF and Ambassador of CDO Magazine in Germany. I'm calling today from Rhineland-Palatinate area in Germany, and I will be the moderator for today's interview, which is a partnership with CDO Magazine, MIT CDO IQ, and the International Society of Chief Data Officers. Today, I have the pleasure of talking with Fabien Coutant, Data Governance and Project Manager of Enedis. Hi, Fabien. How are you today?
I'm very good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. I can see that you are calling from Paris, is it right?
Yes, right.
Oh, beautiful. And what is about the weather today in Paris?
Sunny, as you can see, I have plenty of sun on my face.
So good. So, what traits and qualities are required to be a successful academic data leader? Since that you are talking about academic data and also taking advantage of your experience as a leader.
This requires a lot of vulgarization, explaining very clearly and with simple words without technical terms what we do every day. And this does not only apply for everyday job in the office, but also we have to explain more and more what it means, our mission and our data to external stakeholders. Because when we publish data, and that's a big change, when we publish data and when we share data with stakeholders, that means we have to explain more what our business is. And that is really a big change, and that is really something important when we want to be a leader in terms of data. So a lot of organization, and also I would say a lot of caution, a lot of great care for data protection. I think that's important because that's kind of the base. You can help for data for ecological transition if you share data, but the main base to be able to be recognized as a data operator is to be really trusted by the stakeholders and the consumers, that you will only use anonymized data, that you will respect all the guidelines, that you will protect the privacy, and so on.
Yeah, no, good. And maybe for those that are watching us, what is the advice that you have in terms of how to keep yourself updated in this very dynamic market? Because you just mentioned about some qualities that is necessary for a data leader, that this is quite dynamic. Maybe you can share what is your way to keep yourself updated in this market.
I think something that I found very useful and very important to be up to date and to have new ideas is to exchange with our with other companies. Actually, we found a lot of really great things exchanging with other data operators, like for example telecom operators or bank operators. And we were quite involved, for example, with My Data Association in Finland. And I think being inspired by all the use cases of other companies and being inspired of how they use data, how they vulgarize it, how the standards and the norm they use is very useful.
No, yeah, good. Particularly, I see the same. I couldn't agree more. I love to really exchange. This is also the way that I'm really loving to talk to you, because you know more realities, you know also experience from others. And also, just to advertise, also in CDO magazine.tech, you can also find a lot of interviews like this one, and also material that can support this kind of learning process. Really good, Fabien. So, and now tell us about your priorities for this year and the next years. What are your key targets?
One of our key targets for this year is going to be quality, data quality. It's really a challenge to monitor the quality of the data we use and we publish, but it's something that we really need to do more and more, because now we have more and more stakeholders and businesses that use this data, and their business plan, sometimes some of them rely on the quality of the data that we share with them. So one of the big challenge for this year is going to be quality. And the second one is going to be, I spoke about it earlier, about communication within our company, really make data more and more an everyday thing that people could be comfortable with it. And that's going to be our second challenge for this year.
Yeah, no, cool. And do you have also any advice? Because sometimes some companies have some difficulties to understand the need of investment in data projects, especially when you're talking about governance strategy. How is your experience, or at least how is in Enedis, how easy is to justify for the board to have investment in data governance, for instance?
It's true that sometimes we hear a lot of companies that think that investment for governance, for data governance, is going to be huge because they're going to have invest in tools and on resources. My advice would be start little, start on use case that the thing that you really want to improve. For example, it can be quality, or it can be protecting the data that you share with stakeholders. And take just this use case and grow on it. It's going to be, that's what I think that's what we did. And it's much easier to get all the business users involved and to find some good return on investment if you start little. And we started so little that, for example, for data governance and data catalog, we use actually some just tables, some Excel files actually to have our data catalog instead of investing in a tool. That came only like a few years later. And so we started with just 2 people and some Excel and Access files. And that helped us to show how useful data governance is without much investment. And I think that's advice I would give, yes.
No, thank you. And hope that you guys who watched us have enjoyed as much as I have. And for more interviews like this, please visit the CDO magazine.tech. Thank you.
Thank you, Ricardo.